say aloha. Yes, it is another sunset. And today I've got a special guest. Julie is off to France already. So my daughter is going to sub with us.
Hello. 365 Kona live.
There you go. Check it out. So she's going to give me a little bit of company here and says so we can check it out. And the sun looks like it is, here, let me zoom in. It looks like it's going to pop open just a little bit today to make it kind of better. Let me see, it's a different stand today. Not bad over there, a little bit. We were worried that it was just going to be a big gray thing, but there is color and a lovely shade of orange.
Yes. Almost green flash time.
Oh, well, it could be. What do you think? All right, so the question is, will there be a green flash? That's the question. All right, so we got some people chopping in. Let's see. It says, Sue says, Bonne nuit, Eric. Bon voyage. I forget the miss part. Yes, it should be. Hopefully, it will be a good trip. I've got 2 days to get to France. I got one. I'm going to San Francisco on the first day, and then the second day is San Francisco to Paris. So that should be good.
Wishing you well.
Yeah. So anyway, well, let's see what's been going on. Weather's been still cold. I would describe it as. My daughter is wearing a big fat sweatshirt, and it is drizzling rain at this particular time. But in general, it's been a cold spring.
It has been.
Usually,
no rain though.
No. It hasn't been a rainy spring, but a cold spring on top of that. And can you guys hear the cows out there? We have cows and longhorn below us. Our cows are Black Angus, and then below us is the longhorn. And Don says, enjoy, Eric. It's a long flight. Yes, it will be a long flight.
Yeah, good thing it's in first class.
Oh, okay, all right. So it is in first class too. This is her attitude was, if you're going to travel to France, you better do it in style because you don't do it that often. And because we booked during COVID, it wasn't terribly pricey, and so we were able to make it for a first class kind of day. So Julie said she enjoyed her first class trip, and I look forward to having mine as well. So
don't you feel too bad for the guy?
Yeah, it's not too bad on top of that. You're right. There could be a green flash today. It looks pretty good. I would say this is a decent sunset, is what I would say. And you guys were out and about. Was it? So today I went to the airport today, and there was no parking at the short-term parking, and there was no parking at the long-term parking, and there were a lot of people coming in. So everybody decided to go somewhere this weekend and park their car. So it was definitely crazy. Was there people around town?
There's a lot of people, yeah, especially in Target.
Oh,
so a lot of shopping people.
Making it
Everyone
happen.
enjoying their Memorial Sunday.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys can catch that, but there's rays coming in off that, which definitely make it pretty nice on top of that.
Yes.
So, all right, chime in. Where is everybody? What's the temperature? How's the weather? What are you doing? You guys barbecuing? Not barbecuing? Doing these things? All right, so it says, here's Brad. It says, good thing you have someone to drop you off. Why, yes, that does make life a little bit better on top of that.
Personal Uber service.
Yeah, we get to the airport. We get to the airport a bit.
There's
there's always somebody coming in on top of that. All right. Okay. Don says it's 52 and raining in Seattle. Oh. All right. So wait, what's the temperature today? What does it say over there? Hold on. I'm going to tell you the actual temperature. It's lower than you think.
Let's see.
Okay. So it's 76 here today, which is very cold, I would say, for this time of the year.
Google says 75.
All right. Oh, and so Renee says it's pouring rain in Seattle. Oh, Google says 75? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, and Google knows all those things.
Google says the low is 67 tonight.
67. Oh, yeah, that's cold. That's chilly. Anyways, what else has been going on? Oh, can you guys see this? Check this out. Musubi, say hi to the camera. There you go. Welcome to Cat. Cat's like, that's pretty cool. How is the VOG is the question. And the VOG is
noticeable.
Noticeable, but not extreme. I would say medium would be to describe their VOG. There are days that you go, oh my gosh, it's foggy. And today, I think the VOG is making the sunset better. It's giving it an orange tint that probably wouldn't be there if you didn't have the VOG. But here, I'll just give you an idea. If we spin it this way, it just has a white. Without the orange, it just definitely looks white. It, right? So, and what's interesting is not much going on down there. No, not a hard rainstorm. And now we got the. Ooh, this is good. Clouds coming through the clouds is always one of my favorite things to do. And looking good.
Yep. Enjoying some Mai Tais and.
Yes, and we'll do. We need a toast to Julie. She has been enjoying French champagne out there. She's been particularly around the Eiffel Tower is where she's been. She's been there for the last week, so it's been a good. I was going to let her sort of burn out on all the tourist things to do in Paris itself. So that's the plan. All right, look at that. This turned out to be a good sunset. I was worried that it was going to just turn into kind of a blah gray kind of thing, but this is not gray, and there is definitely some color. And the water has kind of a gunmetal gray to it as well. Oh, and photo shoots, yes. Brad says Truly's been enjoying her photo shoots, which she has, of course, on top of that. Well, Kayla, what'd you do today? Did you go to Target today? What else did you do?
I did. I went shopping for clothes.
Okay.
My favorite thing to do with my grandmother, Biba.
And Biba's here. She waves and says hello to all the outside people in the audience,
Yeah,
all over the place where you were at. And one thing that is always interesting about this is how many different locations everybody has. You know, what part of the world or what part of the country are, and how different it is from where we are. And I see why you'd want to tune in sometimes from these different places when it's rainy and cold. So.
Yes.
Oh, Brad says hello, Biba.
Oh, hello.
Brad is a regular on our on these sunsets for a long time now.
Oh,
So he was there when we first started, and he always chimes in with good things to say. Oh, you guys see this over here? Okay, so we got the orange going over here. Let me spin this around a little bit this way. This is pretty cool. And then it kind of, if you look this way, the clouds are kind of white, but they're still. See, just kind of definitely has this painting kind of quality to it.
Yes. Like the Sistine Chapel.
Like the Sistine Chapel. All right. I don't have my regular tripod, so we're doing. Kind of looks like fire, I would describe it as. And the smoke is kind of billowing out after the fire of the sun coming off of that.
Talking about fire, there was a house fire in Kona yesterday.
Oh yeah, right down below us. They I didn't see it in the news, but I think it burned the house down. It was one of those. It was really a big, quick, and then they got there fairly quickly and were able to put it out. What else has been going on in the news then? News has been, at least around here, has been fairly quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, check this out. Ricky says, aloha, 82 and sunny in West Sacramento today. So I was in Sunnyvale. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago? A week ago, and it was nice. It was in the 80s, and it was really good. Even at night, it was warm at night, which is uncharacteristic for that in the Bay Area to be so warm at night. Usually, it gets super chilly at night. And I'll be there again tomorrow. Rick says, looking forward to revisiting the Big Island in November, and that's a good time.
It is very subtle weather.
And luckily, it's not terribly crowded in November either. All right. So I just read an article on tourism, and the numbers say that we were 90-something% of what we were in 2019, which is the peak of tourism. So we were almost as much tourism as we were then. But the good news, at least now, is that they're spending a significant more than they did before, but a little bit less. So there's more money, but less people, but it's still really crowded. All right, so we've got, it says, A Good Life, St. Louis, and it's 77 degrees.
Wow, not too far off.
It's almost the same, right? Brad says, yeah, my friend used to fight for heated front seats on the way back up the peninsula after hockey in San Jose. That's funny.
You don't have that problem here.
Oh, and San Dimas is 60 degrees. So that's
Yeah,
California. That's
that's
colder. Okay, so I laugh because we got heated seats in our car, and I thought, when am I ever going to use heated seats? But there are a few times here in Hawaii that those heated seats, like going up to the top of Mauna Kea, that it works much faster and better than a heater. It's like instantaneous warmth on it. So I'm a firm believer in heated seats at this particular point in time. And Ken says, God bless from Seattle. And I assume it's still raining in your part of Seattle too, like everybody else is on top of that.
I assume so. Look, almost 25 people.
All, yeah, watching the sunset. It says, when do the summer crowds start to dwindle? And that was my buddy, let's see if Tampa Core. The crowds taper off right after, I'd say, Labor Day. It definitely drops off after Labor Day. And then it's fairly quiet from Labor Day all the way till Ironman's a busy week, but all the way to the beginning of December, I would say. But it's a little different these days because everybody was locked up with COVID, so you never know what's going to happen now. And and see, Brad says September, so Brad is right in there. The third, we used to laugh because we used to stay here in the summer and would head back to California the day after Labor Day because that's when the cheap flights started. I don't know if they're cheap anymore. They're not that terribly expensive these days to get here compared to what they used to be. It's just the question is who gets their flight canceled these days, because that seems to be a common problem with what's going on.
It was. Let's see if you got it on your flight tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I hope I make it. That's the good news. I only got one flight tomorrow and one flight on the other. I just need 2 flights to work.
Yep. I was asking a lot out of the...
So I even heard that even Hawaiian was having some trouble keeping their flights going, and some of them they were running a couple hours behind on inter island, which is that says something right there when they can't keep the inter island flights going.
Moral of the story: be prepared to wait.
be prepared to sit around the airport a while.
I was watching a TikTok of this family where they got to the airport at 6 a.m. and then they tried to get on their flight, and then it was delayed for 12 hours, and they ended up just going home.
Well, that'd be if you're not stuck in the middle of it. That's what I would do. Why sit there at the airport for 12 hours? All right, so let's see, and then okay, so Brad says September to early December is low season, and the water is warm September and October. I'm gonna go even farther than that. It says the water temperature is usually pretty warm all the way to I'm gonna say even through the beginning of December. It's something about when January hits, the water temperature seems to drop about 5 degrees right around that time. But all the way up to December, it's still pretty nice. And I think it's like 82 would be, I'm guessing, is what would be that whole stretch of the water. So it's not that, it's pleasant when you walk in there. You don't have that shock of, oh my gosh, it's cold.
It is. But then tide pools, it's very warm now.
Oh yeah.
And it's like bath water.
Yeah. And the tide pools, if you guys don't know, they're really shallow, of course, and therefore the temperature is bath water. 88 degrees in there, something crazy like that.
Just the way I like it.
Yeah. So let's zoom in and see what's going on here. Let's see if we can get something good going here. There you go. Oh, I think it's going to go behind a cloud, Kaylin. I don't know if we're going to get it. It's funny. We never see that second layer of clouds coming down there. But, oh well.
It's still looking good.
Okay, so the question was, Ken says, has the fog diminished? And the answer is no. I'm going to say it has not diminished. It's very consistent these days. And as we saw, it's kind of a white kind of a color. And the lava has been for a while it stopped and started and was off for a day and on for a day, and then we get some clear days, then we got some not clear days, but now it just is very consistently sort of on, but not horrible, but just enough so you notice it, a medium amount.
And the earthquakes also.
Oh yeah, were you guys here? Did you guys chime in the earthquake? I missed it. I was in California at the time, but supposedly it was only a mile from our house, which made it, well, not a mile, but a few miles. It was really close. The epicenter was really close to where we are. Uh-oh. Brad said somebody jinxed the green fast. It wasn't me. Okay, maybe it was, but I'm sorry. As it goes behind the clouds. So let's see here. I'm going to tilt it up just a little bit. Let's see if we get a little lower. Yeah. It was such a good
I think
sunset
that might be
earlier.
it.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
it's funny how it
Really
kind of
good.
drops off just a little bit.
Well, we'll be here again in 3 months.
Wait, what happens in 3 months?
I mean, a month.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
That's right. Yeah, we'll get back to our. So yeah, so I'll be gone for 3 weeks, and then after that we get back to our normal schedule. And I think Julie's got all kinds of social activities planned for everybody once we get back here. Is what the plan is. But it definitely is. Went behind the clouds pretty well. Oh, Brad says it's still nice. Go ahead, pinch in, and I just did. And it even now that when you zoom in, it has a nice look to it. It's kind of got it has these purples that you don't. They're there, but the camera seems to pull them up even more. And you can even see downtown a little bit there. And the waves have been up. The surf has been up. There's been quite a bit of last few days has been good. My son was just down at Magic Sands hitting it on his boogie board, so that was good. And now it's sort of the end of the day.
It's a good day.
So with that, I think we're going to call it a day. And we will see you guys in a few weeks with more sunsets. And until then, we say aloha.
And keep drinking those Mai Tais.
Keep drinking those Mai Tais. All right, see ya.
Look at this. How beautiful, right? It is.